What is everybody? What is up? How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? How's everyone doing? I am in the building. You better believe it. You better believe it, man. Let's go. Excuse me.
Now at 6 in an Operation Crime and Justice report, an emotional afternoon in court as a woman learns her sentence for murdering a rideshare driver in Seattle. Good evening, I'm Preston Phillips.
And I'm Mary Naum. It was senseless and random crime. It happened in August of 2023. Today, the woman apologized to the victim's family and said her difficult life and addiction led her to the killing. KOMO's Jeremy Harris has covered this case from the beginning and is live at the King County Courthouse tonight. Jeremy?
Yeah, Mary, the facts of this case are hard to believe.
You know what, though? Like, everybody got a difficult life, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who don't got a difficult life? If you really think about it. Because, I mean, I know we like to think that we go through more than the next man. But, like, who doesn't have a difficult life? I think everybody has a difficult life. Life is difficult for everyone. And there's some traumas that are acceptable. Like some traumas are like, yeah, that's a trauma. Like if you're a woman and you get beat on and the man beat on you, or you get raped, or you get molested or something like that. There's a lot of more shit you can go through other than those things. Life is hard for everybody. Life is hard for everybody. You know what I mean? Like there's no I just life is hard for everybody. Who got a life that is not hard? Desperado said life is really hard for me right now. Yeah, like I killed the guy. I killed the Uber driver because my life is really hard and I was addicted to drugs. Well, listen, some people can't even get addicted. Drugs don't even help them. Some people, it's more things to be addicted to than drugs. Drugs ain't the worst thing to be addicted to. You know what I mean? You could be addicted to chaos. You know what I mean? There's people that cut themselves. There's people that they're addicted to cutting themselves. You know what I mean? It's, you know, and listen, I'm not saying that she didn't have a hard life. I'm just saying that everybody has a hard life.
Happened in August of 2023. Today, the woman apologized to the victim's family and said her difficult life and addiction led her to the killing. KOMO's Jeremy Harris has covered this case from the beginning and is live at the King County Courthouse tonight. Jeremy?
Yeah, Mary, the facts of this case are hard to believe. An 18-year-old woman executes a rideshare driver, then steals his car to run errands and get her hair done. It's a case that not only shocked Seattle, but it also spread fear among rideshare drivers who feared they would be targeted next. More than 2 years after that murder, she accepted responsibility and today learned her fate in court.
You must be going somewhere.
Prosecutors played this song in court. It's from a 10-year-old boy singing to his father, Amari Guetta, hoping he is now in a safe place after being killed while working as a rideshare driver in Seattle in August of 2023. The emotional family pleading with the court to hold 20-year-old Nayana Allen Bailey accountable.
Today, there's only one life sentence, and that was for Mr. Guetta.
Allen Bailey was 18 at the time. Videos show her walking down First Avenue South, then approaching Guetta's car where he'd stopped to take a break from his shift as a Lyft driver. Allen Bailey approaches the door, shoots him, then steals the car.
She fled from the scene, leaving Mr. Guetta to die.
She then used the stolen car to go to Walmart, buy an Xbox and an Apple Watch, and then got her hair cut. As Guetta's family and police wondered who could have murdered him and why. Within days, they found the car and arrested Allen Bailey. She denied killing him at first, but later admitted to what had happened. At her sentencing hearing, the defense said she was high on Xanax, marijuana, mushrooms, and drunk on tequila at the time of the murder. They also spoke about...
Yeah, that's I know it's fucked up that she was high and drunk on off all those things, but that's why you don't get high and drunk. That's why you don't get in that state if you can. That's why you stay... like DC, a lot of brothers smoke PCP, right? Called angel dust, water, whatever, wet. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, you not really understand. You can get into a state where you climb a lamppost. You can start humping the ground, like in front of people. I literally just start humping the ground. Like you fucking, like literally, like you fucking, like you about to bust. Just be on the ground, humping the ground like you about to bust. Like outside, and you know what I'm saying? And it's like them dudes that they addicted to, they keep doing, but it's like, you know, when you smoke that you're gonna get into a state where you don't know what you're about to do, where you won't be in control of your actions. And by forfeiting that, you forfeit. You playing a risky game. If you kill somebody when you're in that state, that's on you.
The neglect she faced as a child.
I have constant dreams of what I can remember from that night. I'm sorry for my part in this traumatizing situation. To the family of Mr. Gator, the unthinkable, unbearable, unbelievable has happened, and life will never be the same. The pain will never go away. I understand this.
Think about what is a just sentence for the loss of a man.
Judge Haiti Vargas imposed a sentence of 20 years in prison.
Wow. I knew she was going to do it. I knew she was going to do that. 20 years. I knew she was going to do that. I knew this white liberal bitch was going to do that. I knew this white liberal bitch was going to do that. 20 years. So she'd get out in 15. So she was 18. She's going to get time served to 2 years. So she got to do 13 years now. Wow. That's bananas. Yeah, might as well give her probation. Might as well, man.
Imposed a sentence of 20 years in prison while acknowledging the pain Gaeta's family faced and the difficult upbringing Allen Bailey had before committing murder at 18.
I have the family here. I feel their pain. I feel your pain in this moment. I see you. Ultimately, my plea.
I see you. What the fuck? Yo, we gotta, y'all talking about repeal the 19th. Yo, women can't be judges, man. I see you. She's only crying because she got caught. This bitch acting like she turned herself in and shit. Like the next day she came out to the station, was like, yo, I did something terrible. I'm so sorry. I see you. Man, I would have threw a fucking shoe at this bitch. If this is somebody from their family should have threw a shoe at this bitch. I see you.
Think about what is a just sentence for the loss of a man.
Judge Haiti Vargas imposed a sentence of 20 years in prison while acknowledging the pain Gaeta's family faced and the difficult upbringing Alan Bailey had before committing murder at 18.
I have the family here. I feel their pain. I feel your pain in this moment. I see you.
My thing is, if this bitch was so crazy, right, off of that shit, right? How do you go to a store? Hold on, what did she buy? Let me see what she bought. How do you operate a vehicle? Like, think about this, yo. Think about this. You so crazy, you don't know about you can't understand killing people, right? You just crazy, right? You off some drugs. How do you operate a vehicle? How do you not just get in the vehicle and like not know how to start it? Like you don't know how to start it. Like you just if you're crazy like that, how do you turn the ignition, put the car, drive, follow the road rules of the road enough to get to your destination, go in there, buy stuff, get back in the car and drive off. If you just crazy, you don't know what's going on, you just kill. Like how the fuck?
Was 18 at the time. Videos show her walking down First Avenue South, then approaching Gaeta's car where he'd stopped to take a break from his shift as a Lyft driver. Alan Bailey approaches the door, shoots him, then steals the car.
She fled from the scene, leaving Mr. Gaeta to die.
She then used the stolen car to go to Walmart, buy an Xbox and an Apple Watch, and then got her hair cut.
She bought an Xbox. This bitch bought an Xbox and an Apple Watch. She just, I'm killing people. I'm crazy. I'm on drugs. Oh, yeah. Let me get that Xbox right there. Can you bring it off the shit? Because Xbox ain't just on the floor. You gotta get a goddamn associate. You gotta get an associate. Hey, yeah, I need an Xbox. You get it on the back. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get a manager to unlock the Apple Watches behind glass, man. You gotta track down a manager. This shit crazy, man. Unbelievable, man. Then you gotta swipe the card and shit. And you press all the buttons. It's like 10 steps when you get to the checkout. It's like 10 different steps at self-checkout, man. To get through a transaction. Oh shit, man. This is crazy. This is nasty work, man.
As Gaeta's family and police wondered who could have murdered him and why. Within days, they found the car and arrested Alan Bailey. She denied killing him at first, but later admitted to what had happened. At her sentencing hearing, the defense said she was high on Xanax, marijuana, mushrooms, and drunk on tequila at the time of the murder. They also spoke about the neglect she faced as a child.
I have constant dreams of what I can remember from that night. I'm sorry for my part in this traumatizing situation. To the family of Mr. Gaeta, the unthinkable, unbearable, unbelievable has happened. Life will never be the same. The pain will never go away. I understand this.
Think about what is a just sentence for the loss of a man.
Judge Haiti Vargas imposed a sentence of 20 years in prison while acknowledging the pain Gaeta's family faced and the difficult upbringing Alan Bailey had before committing murder at 18.
I have the family here. I feel their pain. I feel your pain in this moment. I see you. Ultimately, by plea.
That sentence of 20 years was above what defense attorneys had asked for, but it was 3 years below what the prosecutors were requesting. Alan Bailey will be in her mid-30s when she's eligible for release from prison. Reporting live in Seattle, Jeremy Harris, Como News.
Jeremy, the victim was one of several rideshare drivers who were murdered that year. Did any of his colleagues react to the sentence today?
Well, absolutely. In fact, we heard from one of them who spoke here in court. He really spoke about the impact that not only Amari Guetta's murder had, but you'll remember that year there were several rideshare drivers who were killed here in the Seattle region. The one driver who spoke today in court said that other drivers stopped working late at night, fearing for their own safety. And it's also important to remember Amari Guetta, he had been a rideshare driver in Seattle for a long time. In fact, he was one of the original drivers when those rideshare platforms, Uber and Lyft, came here to the city all those years ago.
Jeremy, thank you.
Gee, fucking A, man.
In Madison County, a man is accused of targeting teens on social media, luring them, and then attacking them. As Fox 59's Scarlett O'Hara explains, authorities say a Snapchat meetup quickly turned into alcohol-fueled violence.
A woman told police she overheard commotion one morning and came outside to find a group of girls running from another house to this alley. She'd soon discover, according to court documents, that those girls had just been attacked by a man they connected with over Snapchat. Investigators say that witness stood with the three girls, all 17 years old, as they waited for police. The girls explain 21-year-old Matson Hosier added one of them on Snapchat and invited them over, according to the probable cause affidavit for his arrest, which goes on to say he started pouring them shots of alcohol, eventually putting the bottle up to their mouths, making them uncomfortable before getting violent.
It appears to me he was trying to force them into having sex with them.
Madison County prosecutor Rodney Cummings filed formal charges the next day after Hosier was booked. Documents say Hosier touched all the teens inappropriately and at times grabbed them by the hair, squeezed their necks, and even began biting.
This goes beyond bad decision. I mean, he was forcefully choking one of the young ladies. He was grabbing their clothes, forcing their heads down. And
without a criminal record, Cummings explains that if convicted, it's unlikely Hosier will do any serious time. But the case serves as a reminder for parents to know who their kids are talking to online and where they're going. In a statement, the Pendleton Police Assistant Chief said, in part, with the widespread use of social media platforms like Snapchat, minors can be exposed to risks like online predators, inappropriate content, and more. And police encourage families to have open conversations and monitor online activity.
To act like this towards these young girls is not acceptable, not going to be tolerated. He's going to pay a price for it.
Online court records show Hosier bonded out of jail and is due back in court next month, facing various charges, including sexual battery and strangulation. In Pendleton, Scarlett O'Hara, Fox 59 News.
Salute to everybody, man. Hit that like button, sponsor the show, take the challenge, sponsor tonight's programming. We are in the building, man. Sponsor tonight's programming. Hit the like button. Support the show. We are in the building, like live and direct, man. A lot going on, man, as usual. As usual. Like, literally, Groundhog Day, man. Groundhog Day, man. You know what I'm saying? Grizzly Groundhog Day. Motherfuckers. Negro, man. That white boy, you know, we covered that white clown. He choked a couple of bitches, all right? Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Salute to Buster Hoonahan, man. They salute 07. Shout out to Buster, man. Buster's in the building.
At 11, an ex-White House staffer behind bars tonight following.
He's cute, man. Cute girl, man.
Following a deadly shooting of an SFU grad. Police say 25-year-old Nation Wood was handling a gun when it went off, killing this young woman, Samantha MG, Tuesday night at home in the Sunset neighborhood. NBC Bears Pete Serratos joins us live in San Francisco. And what do we know about this shooting?
Yeah, well, it's still unclear exactly what the relationship is between the suspect and victim, but new information alleges that the suspect was handling a gun when it accidentally fired through a wall.
Holy shit.
22-year-old Samantha MG is being remembered tonight as a young designer with a bright future whose life was cut short in San Francisco's Sunset District. Her LinkedIn profile shows she graduated from San Francisco State with a degree in interior design and was working at a design firm in the city. Now, friends and family are mourning her loss after a shooting that investigators say led to her death. Police say Tuesday night officers responded to a home on 22nd Avenue where they found MG suffering from a gunshot wound. She was taken to the hospital but later died. Investigators have since arrested 25-year-old Nation Wood, who is facing involuntary manslaughter charges. Sources tell the San Francisco Chronicle Wood was handling a gun inside of the home when it went off. The bullet traveled through a wall and struck MG while she was inside a bathroom.
It's very much a cautionary tale that if you mishandle a firearm and someone is killed, you can go to prison, even if it's a tragic accident.
Legal analyst Stephen Clark says the consequences can still be serious.
Involuntary manslaughter carries the maximum of 4 years in state prison, but if the DA filed additional enhancements, such as use of a firearm, that could make a prison sentence even longer.
Former San Jose police officer
So he gets a maximum of 4 years for killing that girl? That's crazy. That's sweet. Shout out to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again.
Michael Leninger says the case will likely rely on physical evidence.
They're going to need to look at crime scene evidence. In other words, the trajectory will be absolutely mapped out. Is it consistent with someone holding a gun in the position that it had to have been when it went off? Those things will help to either corroborate or deny his statement as being factual.
Now, Wood remains in custody in San Francisco on $300,000 bail.
See, like, I'm like Columbo, right? I'm like Columbo, right? Black Columbo, right? I wouldn't just automatically be like, yo, it was an accident. It was an accident. Yeah, he was just handling a gun and it accidentally went off and shot this bitch while she was in the bathroom. I would still explore I would still investigate it. I would still question him and shit like, yo, what was the relationship with you and this girl? I'll question people around, like, was he macking on this girl? Did she like, because dudes from like the Middle East and shit, this dude look like you from the Middle East and shit. If you reject them, like they not used to seeing women and shit anyway. But if you reject them, they got a different spirit when it comes to women. Like their relationship with women is different. If a woman rejects them, they fucking feel like they can kill you and shit. They not used to like macking on hoes and, you know, winning some and losing some and shit. If they like you and you a girl and you reject them, they feel like no one else can have you. Like not like if they're in a relationship with you. I remember if they just tell you you're pretty and shit, and you say, and you look at them like, oh my God, like they're weird and like skirt off. They're like, they'll kill you for that shit. So we don't know. I don't know if this necessarily is a is what they saying. Like, oh, it's just he accidentally killed this girl. He was handling the gun in the same house, and it went off and went through the bathroom and killed this bitch. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. We'll see, man. Mm.
Good evening to you, friends. Thank you for joining us here at 10. We are live. A Baton Rouge family is dealing with the kind of loss that no one should ever face. Two shootings just several months apart have left them grieving, and now they're calling for change around gun violence. Their story is unusual, though. Perry
Wow.
Robinson is here with more on that. Perry.
Hey, Greg, they say a parent is never supposed to bury their child. But for one Baton Rouge father, that reality has happened twice in situations he believes could have been prevented.
Two sons, two shootings, two funerals, and one family struggling to cope with the pain.
Losing a kid, that's a different kind of hurt and pain right there. You know, that's different.
Brothers Devontae Coleman and Charleston Wright were both killed less than 3 months apart inside the same Baton Rouge home. Police say both shootings
inside the same home. What the fuck?
And Charleston Wright were both killed less than 3 months apart inside the same Baton Rouge home. Police say both shootings were accidental. Devontae was shot and killed.
Hold on, man. What the fuck? Mandy J in the building. Shout out to my girl Mandy J. Salute to you. This is crazy. 2 accidental shootings of brothers. I would definitely have to investigate this too, man. Like these cases like this, usually the police department just says, because they have so many murders, they're like, oh, okay. All right. Cool. They're just happy to get it off their docket. But this is crazy.
Devontae Coleman and Charleston Wright were both killed less than 3 months apart inside the same Baton Rouge home. Police say both shootings were accidental. Devontae was shot and killed last week as someone was trying to modify a gun. Charleston died in January after being hit by a stray bullet inside the same home. Out of respect.
Yo, man, what the fuck? This is like Tales from the Crypt. Who remember Tales from the Hood? This is like Tales from the Crypt or Tales from the Hood. You know what I mean? This could be a good episode of Tales from the Crypt or Tales from the Hood. Probably Tales from the Hood. Shout out to my man Dell, who used to have a different name. Dell Canada. Salute to my man Austin Davenport III. Salute, here to support the channel, especially you, good brother. Thank you, good brother.
Wright were both killed less than 3 months apart inside the same Baton Rouge home. Police say both shootings were accidental. Devontae was shot and killed last week as someone was trying to modify a gun. Charleston died in January after being hit by a stray bullet inside the same home. Out of respect for the family's privacy, their father asked not to be identified.
I'm not going to get to see no grandkids from them, get to see them, you know, what they're going to turn out to be when they get grown. It's a whole lot I'm going to miss.
He says what makes Devontae's death even harder is who he was. Devontae was an advocate against violence. At one point, he turned to cycling as an escape. That passion led to a documentary focused on his love for bikes and the people he had already lost to gun violence.
Holy shit. What the fuck? Yo. This is bananas, yo.
It's a whole lot I'm gonna miss.
He says what makes Devontae's death even harder is who he was. Devontae was an advocate against violence. At one point, he turned to cycling as an escape. That passion led to a documentary focused on his love for bikes and the people he had already lost to gun violence.
All right, so where I grew up at, it was just straight violence. Well, there's anywhere in Baton Rouge, but where I grew up at, it was just straight violence. And my choice, like, to come out of that violence, to escape that violence, I hopped on bikes, and that's how, escape the violence in my neighborhood. I don't know about y'all, but my neighborhood, I escaped my violence.
Here's Devontae, 10 months before he died.
So I actually lost one of my partners. He was cold on the 150, shout out Chill.
This weekend, gun violence unfortunately continued in Baton Rouge as police investigate 2 deadly shootings Friday night. The first one happened on Main Street near North Acadian Thruway.
Their father says the danger surrounding guns is out of control.
I mean, they got more firepower than the police. They walk around with them on their hips like we back in the cowboy days, and they quick to pull them.
That's the Republicans, though. The Republicans did that. The Republicans did that with their constitutional carry shit. That was a terrible response to the George Floyd crime wave, man. Constitutional carry was just fundamentally misunderstanding the Negro. Republicans just do not understand the Negro.
Back in my days, you fight, you see that person tomorrow, and you still feel like you got something on your chest, y'all fight again. Wasn't no guns and killing and all of that.
Yeah.
Devontae's death is part of a troubling trend of young people dying in Baton Rouge to start the year. In response, the city, Baton Rouge Police, and other public safety agencies held an event around responsible gun ownership.
What do we need to do to make sure this doesn't happen again?
The goal, spark community conversations and give people real steps to help turn things around. Those in the room say change won't happen overnight, but it will take everyone. And until then, their father says there's one thing we can all do right now.
Pray, and pray hard, and just have faith in God that, everything gonna get better.
Wow. Police have made arrests in both shootings. The 2 are still under investigation. Greg, back to you.
Unbelievable, man. Jeez.
We're learning new details tonight about what police have called a death investigation in Portsmouth. Leonard Jerome Gorham now faces charges in this case. Then at your side, Cheyenne Pagan walks us through the chain of events as described by court documents.
A man is behind bars and facing 3 charges tonight after a woman died early Thursday morning after she fell from a 4th-floor balcony. The quarters at Parkview Apartments blocked off with crime scene tape less than 48 hours ago. New court documents obtained by 10 on Your Side say this began when an off-duty detective who lives in the apartments heard a woman's voice screaming, "Help me, somebody help me." The paperwork says he looked out of his window and didn't see anybody, but he did hear a man yelling while the woman continued to cry out for help. The detective called 911, then found an unresponsive woman on the ground outside, surrounded by blood. The documents say backup arrived shortly after, and officers found a man later identified as Leonard Jerome Gorham Sr. Officers noted that Gorham had blood on his hands and when
he did it. Like, case closed. That nigga did it. He did that shit, man. You don't even need a trial, man. You don't need a trial. Lock this nigga up, man.
and asked if he knew the woman, he said she was the mother of his child. According to officers, Gorham uttered several things, including that the victim jumped, that he lived in the apartment, and there was a gun inside. The documents say officers then searched the apartment and found a white powdery substance on the counter, blood, a spent shell casing, and a bullet hole in the ceiling. Officers also saw signs of a physical altercation, including a broken pair of glasses. During his interview with detectives, Gorham admitted to hitting the victim in the face and shooting a gun inside the apartment. The documents say he admitted.
Yeah, you cooked, buddy. You are cooked. Sayonara, my nigga. This a wrap. Damn, buddy. What a terrible day. He kills his child's mother. He shoots a hole in the roof and hits her and That nigga look like Trevor Ariza. Who know Trevor Ariza, the basketball player? He looked like a cracked out Trevor Ariza, man. No bullshit.
To restricting her freedom of movement during the incident. He also stated the woman climbed over the balcony on her own and that he tried to pull her back over, but that she resisted and fell. Gorham also admitted to destroying the security equipment in the home and claimed that he and the victim had been drinking and doing drugs together in the apartment throughout the night. When he was brought back to the police station and placed in an interview room alone, he also was recorded saying multiple times, quote, "I should have left." Gorham's charged with discharge.
You should leave, Wicked. You should definitely always leave. I'm an advocate for that.
Yeah. What up, Scud?
Nothing was cracking.
Yo, what's up, man? What leave what?
If you
What do you mean?
If you're in an altercation with a woman, it's best to leave.
Man, she should leave. No, yeah, I feel you, man. Like sometimes it's for the best, because if all you seeing is red, then she might end up dead.
I'm telling you. She not gonna stop. Like whatever she doing, she not gonna stop doing it. And whatever argument that you having, she's not gonna fucking let you fucking win
Look,
that shit. So.
look, listen. After she's gone, you're gonna be in yourself, still hearing her nagging.
I got an argument with my wife today, and at some point I just said, you know what? I said this to myself. I said, wait a second. There's no way she's gonna fucking like take accountability or see it from another point of view. She's never gonna do that. So I just stopped. And I was proud of myself. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too, bro. Because look, I was on the same boat the other day. I think it was like Tuesday or Wednesday, where you know what? I realized I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna argue with you because and I told her this, and she hearing me as I say this respectfully. I told her, look, man, you're gonna argue with me this and that, make me get mad, and then in a day or two, you're gonna act like it's all good. Like, oh, would you love me if this or that? Would you love me if I was a tree? And I'm gonna be looking at you like, yo, you got me hot, mad as hell. For what? So I'm not even gonna get down. I'm just gonna let it be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. Like we get sucked into these arguments with these women, thinking like, okay, this is gonna be the time where she sees, another view but her own, and it's like, nah, they never gonna see it.
Yeah. And look, man, I'm never gonna defend a woman beater. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? But look, we also have to promote restraint on their part too. Like there's a two-way street, man. And again, I can't defend a woman beater myself.
I think that like woman beating is probably a biological, evolutionary thing. Like women almost act like they want to get beaten.
Yeah, I know.
So it seems like society, how like society, it goes against human nature because
Yeah.
societies evolve and people are smarter. So because people are smarter, there's more requirements on behavior, whereas in the jungle and just
Right. To our against our true nature, man. Because I think about that with this show, right? Like we do a lot of things in society that is counterintuitive, right? Like how we tell ourselves, like for example, the taxi cab drivers, right? We know why they would not want to pick up Sunmen, but we tell them you gotta pick them up and risk your fucking life,
right,
and act like they're not risking their fucking life.
Right. Exactly. Or like, and this might be controversial, but young men start to produce semen, right, at a certain age, right? And young girls produce eggs, which is their period, at a younger age than 18, right?
Yeah.
But in the jungle, they would be fucking, and them little girls would be having babies, and them little boys would be daddies.
Yeah,
Just
I
because
see what you mean.
they can produce sperm and she's producing eggs.
Yeah. I see what you mean. But as far as that one,
But in
as a
our
society,
society, little kids,
we deemed it wrong to touch a child. Yeah, I feel what
no,
you're
but
saying.
not even adults, but a 10-year-old boy fucking. I mean, let's say a 12-year-old boy fucking a 12-year-old girl is them producing a baby is seen as taboo, even the
Yeah,
same age. But
yeah.
they both can produce what it takes to make a baby.
So you're saying that it would be instinctive for them to engage in that,
That's when you get frisky. I started
right?
liking girls very young. I mean, I started liking girls like in the first grade. I started having crushes on girls in like the first grade. I wasn't like fucking
Yeah.
them,
I think
you know.
we don't understand what that is. You know what I mean? We
Yeah,
experienced it. You know what I mean?
yeah, but I didn't produce sperm at 7 and 8 and shit. It wasn't until later that I produced sperm. But as soon as you produce sperm, I feel like in the jungle or in, you know what I mean, non-society life, we would be having kids right there.
Yeah, you got hot black in the bag, bro. Yeah, no, I feel you, but I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you for just disconnecting from that stress, man.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yo,
Definitely.
I mean, look, maybe Hot Black, he's the smart one out of us two, because he's not married. Maybe he's onto something. Why didn't you warn me, Hot, before I got married, bro?
Hey, different strokes for different folks. I don't know. Maybe
You got married? You were
wait, no,
married
no, no.
before? Oh.
No, I'm saying he's saying why didn't I tell him not to get
No, I'm
married?
just saying, Wicked. I didn't know. I didn't
Yeah.
think you had a girlfriend because you never
No,
said.
no, I'm just joking, man. I've been married,
Okay.
unfortunately. I've been married, unfortunately.
Okay. Hot Black was next, man. Hot Black needs
A nice tiger lady.
whoever you got.
It could be anything really, except the Sun Woman, honestly.
Man, bro, in New Orleans, I know what's coming. I know what comes next in New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean they got some fucking fine women down here, man.
The sisters or the glider queens?
There are some sisters. I won't lie. I won't lie.
Yeah.
But I mean, not as many as the rest of them. Of course, they got plenty of ugly fucking women too. So it's like anywhere else.
You don't have to settle for a sister, right?
No.
Yo, is there a lot of hombretas in New Orleans? Huh?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Really?
There's a lot of Mexicans in New Orleans. Yeah.
Dude,
I didn't know that. I thought. How many would you say is out there?
Yo, there's
A fair amount.
Mexicans on the moon, my nigga.
Yeah, there's always been ever since Katrina, in my experience.
So what?
Like Kenner.
So what would you say are the demographics of hombretos in Orleans?
Oh, I don't know. It's not major. Not like black. You know, some people are 62% in New Orleans.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah,
Dangerous?
like the
Yo.
demon core is dangerous. Yeah, like close exposure to an open nuclear reactor is dangerous.
Yeah. It sounds like I don't like my odds.
I mean, it's like eventually the numbers will kill you. You know, they will not go in your favor.
62% is like fucking cold red alarms going on. like it's like
Fear of a black planet.
Yeah. It's kind of like being thrown in a cobra pit. You know, like you're just in a pit of
I
cobras.
don't know. Cobras have a nicer disposition frequently.
Yeah. Like a lion's den, man.
You really negotiate better with a lion.
Right. Yeah. The lion at least has like a rhyme and reason.
Well, the lion's not gonna get fucked up on Xans, on tequila, on mushrooms, and shit.
like
kill you for your Prius.
Right, like all these animals have like a rhyme and reason as to why they behave. The brothers, there's like no reason, man. Just
Yeah,
chaos.
the hyena looks on in shocked, like incomprehension as the sun woman practices his trade.
Hey, look, man, I've said it and I'll say it again, man. At this point in time, shit, I'm used to the chaos the brothers bring. Bring it on, man. I thrive in it. You feel me?
Yeah, let me move on, man.
A firearm into an occupied dwelling, abduction, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Samaritan House, a domestic violence resource in Hampton Roads, reminds everyone that there is always help out there.
It is very scary, and it's a vulnerable place to be in, to really realize that that's what you are experiencing. But, you know, just call into a crisis hotline.
Gorham will have his next court date on May 15th. Cheyenne Pagan, 10 on your side.
We have breaking news out of Hampton. The jury reached a verdict in a homicide case.
They found two brothers, J.C. Butler and Real Butler, guilty on the deadly shooting that happened, the deadly shooting that happened on Old Buckrow Road back in.
His name is Riel.
Yeah, he's a real one.
I think his parents really named him that. I think the parents was ghetto. And they really meant to, they wanted to name him Real, but they was like, you know what I'm saying? They put a little twist on it. And they meant it like in a real sun word type
Yeah,
way.
Right. You know what? You know, call me crazy, but I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than Jamar Quavius, but still.
Yeah.
June of 2024. Tonight on your side, Chris Horn has the breaking news update from court. Chris.
Yeah, Aisha, guilty across the board for both Butler brothers, J.C. Butler, his younger brother, Real Butler, in the death of Martez Corey. This was June.
Now think about this, right? You the older brother, right? And you fucking led your younger brother to this. And like as the years go on, you locked up, you going through the system your way. Y'all might be in the same prison first. But you know, through the system, through the years, dudes bounce around, you know, the system, right? In different facilities, right? So it's like you as through the years, 20 years later, and your little brother is still in there, right? And it's like you gotta feel horrible, like, damn, I led this little nigga down this path to where he's in fucking prison for the rest of his life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but let's be real, man. Let's be real, right? He was gonna go there anyway. He was going there anyway.
No doubt. But what I'm saying is it was on your case. You know, sons don't think like that. Like sons don't think like, oh yeah, I'm living a risky life. You know what I'm saying? I'm exhibiting risky behavior. So I was going in there anyway. Sons, that's why they get mad at snitching. Like sons, you know, like they feel like that one time was the only time they was gonna go to jail. You know what I mean? So it's like they don't think like that.
If it weren't for that one thing.
You think so?
Oh yeah, I know. So sons feel like that time was the whatever happened that time. It's in a vacuum. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's not part of a larger, you know, pattern of behavior. You know what I mean?
Like it almost don't even matter. All the other it don't even matter. The other possibilities. What matters is this time.
All the crimes they committed the day before, all the crimes they committed the week before, all the stuff, it doesn't matter. It's just like, oh man, you snitched on me, man. And
Or the ones that they're gonna commit. None of them.
Yeah.
What matters is this one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because here's the thing too, they get off a lot, and they get, you know, they don't go to jail for you know what I mean? Like
no.
They get a bunch of charges and they get probation.
The norm is getting away with it.
Yeah,
Bro, you know what? I heard a crazy stat recently. Do you know that less than 5% of all criminal cases go to a jury? Like go to trial? Less than 5% of cases
I believe that.
go to fucking trial.
I've
That's
never been
nuts.
to trial. I mean, hold on, let me put it like this. I've been to trial, but I copped. You know what I'm saying? Like I never like
So it don't go to jury.
Yeah. I went to trial and I copped.
Yeah. So it's like one of those where you might be snitching, but you didn't have to really snitch, like go on trial and talk because they play it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's a lot of snitching does like when you got your co-defendant gonna testify against you. You know, like in my case, one of my cases, not even my co-defendant, just the guy who set me up with the cops. He was with the undercovers. He was gonna testify. The undercover was gonna testify. So we took it to trial, but then before the trial, my lawyer talked to the DA, and the DA said, "You know what? He's a good kid. We'll we'll ask for 2 counts to be dropped, and when they dropped 2 counts, my time went from 10 years to 18 months. Right, the amount of the guidelines went from 10 years to 18 months. So it was like no brainer, right? So then we got in front of the court, and then the DA, he started talking shit about me like I was fucking Jack the Ripper or some shit, right? And I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker flipped the script. This motherfucker, the defendant knowingly and willingly brought drugs into our account. Like I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker, he tripping, right? And then at the very end, he said, but we asked for the 2 counts to be dropped. And I was like, oh shit, motherfucker. You was just trying to like play both sides, you know what I mean? Please, you was gonna give me the plea, but you had to please your bosses by
Well, yeah, it behooves him as the prosecutor to do that, I would say.
Yeah, but yeah, it's crazy, man. Yes, but yeah, I can tell that like in cases like this, because I know brothers that were in jail. I know brothers that snitched on each other. I know brothers that both of them in the penitentiary. I know cousins and shit where fucking 5, 6 cousins are all in the penitentiary. I'm talking about the Fed, UDC, so you go to the federal penitentiary. You just like in the feds for your fucking, you know what I'm saying, life and shit. And
Real jail.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But look, man, even if these were not brothers, they're still brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just sad, man, when because what I'm talking about is in the years down the line. He's not gonna think like that now. But when this motherfucker read 1,000 books and he motherfucking been 3 different religions and shit, he on his
The
third
weight of
religion.
age is bearing down on him.
Yeah, and it's 40 years old.
Yeah. And then when he becomes a Hebrew Israelite,
Yeah, I was about to say, what is his Prislam
the
name
final
gonna be?
stage?
You start thinking about shit like damn, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you guided your little brother down that path, you know what I mean?
Goes from real Tavius to Ibrahim.
Yeah, you're gonna go through a lot.
Muhammad to Ibrahim.
Yeah, they're gonna go through a lot, man, and through their time, man. They're gonna go through a lot, and that's their life now. These motherfuckers never get now. Let's see
from court, Chris.
Let's see what if they got a woke judge or not.
A sister?
Yeah, Asia guilty across the
Whoa,
board
wait.
for both Butler brothers, J.C. Butler, his younger brother, Real Butler, in the death of Martez Corey. This was June 1st of 2024. The verdict coming down just in the past 20 minutes. Guilty of first-degree murder. This is for both brothers, by the way. Guilty of conspiracy to commit murder. Guilty of shooting into an occupied dwelling, which was the home of Mr. Corey's cousin. He was on the porch. You can still see the bullet holes in the side of the home when we did a story back in January with Mr. Corey's father. And also the 4th charge, which was
think about this, right? Like my boy Mike, God rest his soul. He was at home, man. He was at the crib, and his brothers went to the club, right? And 2 of his brothers, and they got into it with some other dudes. And they went to this club spot I've been to 1,000 times, right? I've been to this club spot 1,000, the Adams Morgan in DC. They was down there. They got into it with some dudes, and some dudes, the dudes was, they was real too. They was thorough too. This is his brothers. And they nobody left. They just stayed down there and kept beefing and shit, walking back to their cars or whatever. And they called Mike, because they know Mike about it. Mike came up there, all 3 of them got killed. Him and his 2 brothers.
You can't win them all.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if they would have survived, I'm sure they would have been felt like terrible. Like, they called their brother out the house and he got killed.
I'll get to that in a moment. I'll remember it in a moment. But first of all, this was back in June of 2024, and We know the who, what, when, and why, what or where. We do not know the why. There was never a motive brought out in the trial. Of course, the Commonwealth doesn't need a motive to prove its case. The defense attorneys in this case, there was one for J.C. Butler, there was one for his brother, Rial Butler, both saying all of the evidence for the Commonwealth was circumstantial. There was no direct evidence. There was no gun found. There was no DNA. There really was no direct evidence, but plenty of circumstantial evidence, surveillance video, and that kind of a thing where we had ring video in the neighborhood that showed the two brothers, one on foot, he had just committed the murder, getting into the car, and the other, Rial, he was behind the wheel. He was the getaway driver. So they're convicted on 4 felonies, and the 4th felony, by the way, was uses a firearm in the commission of a murder. So those are your 4: murder, conspiracy to commit murder, use of a gun to commit murder, and shooting into the occupied dwelling. In this case, it was a home in which children were at that time. It was about 7:30 in the evening. Just on the conviction of the murder 1 charge, they face up to life in prison. They were taken away back to Western Tidewater Regional Jail, where they have been ever since they were arrested. They weren't arrested for about 9 months after this happened. Got arrested in March of last year. And we talked with Mr. Corey afterward. We're going to have some of that reaction in our later newscast tonight. He said justice was done. Thank God. I miss my son. He was my pride and joy. Very similar to what he told us back in January when my colleague Andy Fox spoke with him. That was a couple of months ago, and he was looking forward to this trial. It came out where he now feels that he has justice for his son, Martez Corey. Why this happened, we may never know. We're live outside the courthouse in Hampton. Chris Horn.
I can tell you some stupid shit. I don't know why, but I can guarantee you it was.
Yo, hey, so there's some crazy shit happening. I put 2 links in the back, the 2nd and the 3rd one that I put in there. There's something that just happened in New Orleans yesterday. I don't know if you've seen that, but dude shot some people on Tulane Avenue and then got shot, and now his family's like, man, the cops, man, they didn't have to shoot him like that, man.
Let me see. All right,
it's all on video too.
Let me see this. Salute to everybody out there, man. Shout out to Lynn, man. Lynn in the building. That's my man PL. Is that PL Sanders? Is that him? Lynn, he says, hello, hey, it's out on Burrito Wicked. How's the B6? How's the new B6? What the fuck is B6?
What is that, like some deportation joke, bro? That's why I've been gone, man. They got me, nation. They deported me. I'm back though.
Man, okay. I was about to say Central American Wi-Fi ain't that good. You wouldn't be on here.
Yeah, I'm back though, man.
Yeah, man, that's great, man. Let's see what's happening.
You got a conservative from the hood in the back.
Oh, okay.
Neighbors.
My guy in the building.
Neighbors.
What's
going on, my guys?
What's up, my guy? What's cracking?
What's going on, fellas?
Black.
Good to see you, man.
What's going on, man?
Man, we might have to go to Boston, man, see what's happening in Boston later on, man.
Details at 6 after a shooting outside Tulane University Hospital left 2 people critically injured.
And police say the gunman is dead, but investigators still trying to figure out why it all happened. WDSU investigative reporter Cassie Sherm uncovered a lengthy criminal history from the suspect and new video investigators are looking into. Cassie.
That's right. Now, I do want to warn you, we will be showing the video of officers confronting the suspect, but we will not be showing that shooting portion. So take a look at this video here. This is video that police are using as part of their investigation as they say the gunman opened fire, hitting 2 people.
That's
oh, shit.
You could see in his body language. For a second, he's just like, oh, shit.
Oh, man.
including a 2-lane maintenance worker in a busy downtown corridor. Now, police sources
Oh, he
say
got
the
a
man in this
female?
video is Lafi.
Oh, female. Yeah, partner, female. Yeah, you gotta shoot, man. You can't wrestle with this nigga female. Yeah. Damn, it sucks to have a female
Yo,
partner.
how,
I
how
know
Black
dudes
say
trying
he in the
to act
back
like
again?
them dudes be trying to act like they don't care, but I know when they signing everybody, linking everybody up with their partner, I know the dudes when they get a chick, they be like, fuck on the inside, you know what I'm saying? like, fuck. Man, that shit crazy, man. I'd be like, man, oh man, fuck, bitch. Then I smile, be like, yeah, thank you, man. We gonna do our damn thing. We gonna come on, girl. We gonna do the damn thing. Like, fuck, got this bitch.
Famous Hayes.
Yo,
You can
how
see
Black is
fire
in the back?
hitting two
He
people.
not. He's his
Oh, my fault.
his device ain't connected. There you go. All right, there you go. All right, salute, man. It says, salute to my man Gary Reed. Man, Gary Reed says, as the sun turned, Charlotte back at it with a party in apartment pew pew. Then our soul sister abolitionist was at a no life march today speaking about justice. Damn. We might have to go to Charlotte too, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Sponsor the show. Take the challenge. We in the building, man. Fucking A, man. Let's take it back to the beginning.
Of officers confronting the suspect, but we will not be showing that shooting portion. So take a look at this video here. This is video that police are using as part of their investigation as they say the gunman opened fire, hitting two people, including a 2-lane maintenance worker in a busy downtown corridor. Now, police sources say the man in this video is LaFemus Hayes. You can see a 2-lane university officer approach him and get into an altercation before he was shot and killed. Records show he had a prior arrest for simple battery, attempted robbery, and attempted second-degree murder. He was recently released from jail in February due to overcrowding, just weeks before this shooting. Now investigating.
Overcrowding.
Overcrowding. Think about that, man. Nothing but niggas in that motherfucker.
Because this dude is a dime a dozen down here. You encounter this dude. I encounter this dude every time I go to the fucking Circle K and that kind of thing.
That's crazy, man. These dudes like this, man, being a son, man. Like these dudes be knowing, like, somebody might kill you. Plus, like, these dudes kind of like hang out in places like they'll be like downtown or they'll be in front of like you said, a Circle K or something. Mm-hmm. And they know some man, it's never over. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can fuck with some white guy coming in the gas station and it's over once the white guy leaves. You fuck with the wrong nigga, you gotta be watching your back.
It's a personal town too. It's just not that hard to keep track of people.
Yeah, so these
conservatives in the back again.
Yeah, these motherfuckers, boy. Woo. Salute, dude. You got two up, conservative. You up on one, and I don't know if I can bring you up on both of them. Conservative?
I think it's a glitch.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, it's a glitch. All right, we'll see. All right. Salute to everybody out there, man. Hit that like button, sponsor the show. Lynn says, baby, not be. He said, baby, not B6. How's your new baby? Oh, Wicked, you got a baby?
I think he's talking about you.
Oh, my baby. Yeah. My son.
Or she.
Yeah, man. My son. I'll show y'all some pictures soon, man. He just went to sleep, man. That little dude just went to sleep at what? When I came on here at 12? He went to sleep at 11:50.
Grown-ass man.
Crazy, my G. He outside the other day eating dirt, man. All he do is eat dirt. He eat like, I'm telling you, like half a bowl full of dirt. Like he be like he eat it, not like putting it in his mouth. I'm talking about his poop. It be dirt in his poop.
I got him on dirt cookies early on.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, he make his
Dirt
own dirt
patties.
cookies. Yeah. He is, my son is wild, okay?
He
Don't
like the
talk.
outdoors?
Yeah, won't say a word. The niggas, he's smart, but he just like define. He like, I ain't gonna start talking yet. I'm gonna just keep bossing y'all around with grunts and gestures and shit. But he's smart as a whip, but he just like, fuck it. I can get by with just grunts and gestures. I'm gonna rock this out till I, you know what I'm saying? He just turned 2 last month, so he like, I'm gonna just rock it out this way for a while. Like he be having a diaper and he won't say nothing. He'll just come and crawl all over you and let you smell that shit. And you go, oh fuck. Hey, oh, you got a diaper. He won't just say, I got
Yo, you say he's 2?
Yeah, he just turned 2.
Man, bro, time's flying, bro.
Telling you, man.
I feel like he was just born, bro.
I'm telling you, man. I remember the first stream where I had him on. I fell asleep and shit with that little nigga.
Man, shit. You're making me feel old, man. You're making me feel old, man.
Yeah.
What's the word, man? Yo.
Fuck. But yeah, this dude right here, man.
Crowding just weeks before this shooting. Now investigators are looking at a new video, Facebook Live video he recorded the night before the shooting.
Can you check the pockets, so dude behind me. Pockets out?
That video shows the suspect recording a Facebook Live from inside an ambulance. He tells EMT he was on drugs.
I'm just feeling I was on drugs, right? Okay. Somebody slipped mojo on me.
Asked to go to the hospital.
Go to the hospital, you gotta lean back, we gotta put some seatbelts on you, okay?
No, I'm all right.
And even hands over a knife.
Man, what you doing? I ain't about to do you nothing.
Okay, man, well, you just pulled a knife out.
No, I put it out because I'm about to put it up.
He also talks about calling the police.
Even everything they do is like not right. Like that was the wrong way to like approach that. Like first pulling out the knife, handing it blade first, getting mad when the motherfucker is obviously shocked that you just pulled a knife out. Like everything he did in this sequence was not what a normal person would do. You know what I mean? A normal person would have, hey, I got a knife, handed it to you, you know, handle first. And if you were shocked, they'd have been like, oh man, I understand. It's all good. You know, everything.
Yeah, he
Yo, niggas are wrong. They dead wrong all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Just be dead.
Recording a Facebook Live from inside an ambulance. He tells EMT he was on drugs.
I'm just feeling I was on drugs, right?
Okay.
Somebody slipped mojo on me.
Asked to go to the hospital.
Go to the hospital, you gotta lean back, we gotta put some seatbelts on you, okay?
No, I'm all right.
And even hands over a knife.
Man, what you doing? I ain't about to do you nothing.
Okay, man, well,
I ain't about to do you nothing.
No, I put it out because I'm about to put it up.
He also talks about calling the police.
I pulled it out because I'm about to put it up.
Some man logic. There you go. Man, I pulled it out because I better put it up, cuz.
Put it up in your fucking spine.
What you doing? I ain't about to do you nothing.
okay, man, well, you just pulled a knife out.
No, I put it out because I'm about to put it up.
He also talks about calling the police.
Y'all saw when I pulled all the fire extinguishers. They got secret doors, and they wasn't calling nobody. I got on I called 911.
Our 8th District detectives will continue to investigate why did this person do this, right? Why did this person start to attack, maybe at this point, seemingly random individuals on Tulane Avenue?
Now, investigators are also hoping to interview the 2 people who were also shot, who are critically injured in the hospital as we speak. Right now, we're hoping to hear more later on. Reporting here in New Orleans, I'm Cassie Shern.
Okay, so the second one is his family chimping out about it.
Oh, okay. Is it this one?
A chaotic triple shooting in New Orleans is under investigation tonight, and at the center of it, a Tulane police officer who was caught on camera opening fire. Good evening, I'm Sharice Gibson.
And I'm Katie Moore. The NOPD's Force Investigation Team is now reviewing the footage, which shows the officer killing 38-year-old LaFamous Levon Haynes after Haynes allegedly shot 2 others. In an exclusive interview with Lily Cummings, his family says they want answers.
After he shot 2 others. His family wants answers.
They did a balloon release for him.
Which shows the officer killing 38-year-old Lefemis Levon Haynes after Haynes allegedly shot 2 others. In an exclusive interview with Lily Cummings, his family says they want answers.
Long Less than 24 hours after learning their cousin and nephew passed away, Lefemis Haynes' family visited the spot where he was shot.
We want justice. We want answers.
The family watched the 38-year-old die on video posted to social media.
And we feel like instead of
you know that ain't his car. He just it's just some car in the parking deck. He took a picture in front of a
Some man be doing that shit all the time.
Yeah, I don't think Lefty Amos or whatever the fuck. Nobody seems to be able to agree on how the fuck his name is pronounced.
That's a wild ass name.
Look, for sure, I prefer Raul over that one.
And we feel like instead of police using deadly force with guns, we just felt like they could have used a taser or something else.
Well, why didn't he use a taser on the 2 people he randomly shot before? You know what I'm saying?
This is a wild take, man. Those cops are going after him after he shot them.
Shit,
man.
To help him.
WWL Louisiana obtained a bystander's video. It shows a male two-lane officer approach Haynes. As the officer puts his gun away, Haynes lunges for it and a struggle ensues. Then a female two-lane officer approaches the pair. As the male officer has Haynes on the ground, she fires 3 shots at him. It's unclear if Haynes.
Bitch, you fuck around and shoot the cop.
Right, it kind of.
What's the funny shit?
Isn't he on them?
His head is like nearly between. I mean, it could have easily happened that way.
Right. I would have been pissed. Like, bitch, you could have shot me, bro.
You know, what's the funny shit. The crazy thing is, right? If his family, like, say for instance, right? If the brother got killed by somebody else, vice versa, they killed the dude. The people, the family still would have been mad at the cops. They'd have been like, why didn't they kill me on time? Oh my god. What the? It's I don't know, man. These motherfuckers.
Yeah, they ain't no winning. They ain't no winning. But the fact that she didn't shoot her part, the guy only shot the offender, man. Hats off to this bitch. Great job.
Yeah, that's a difficult job for experienced gunmen, right? I mean, that bad situation.
Give her a medal, man. Shit, she didn't panic because that was a stressful situation, bitch. Because I could see some bitches thinking like, all right, I'm gonna get it out on the ground and try to pull them off. Nah, bitch, we fighting over this gun, bitch. You better fucking. And he want them niggas like this, dark skinned niggas like this.
Remember what you were saying the other day about how, like, when you were showing the video of the cop getting the Sun people throwing water on the cops.
Yeah.
Right. And how they'll just attack at the slightest provocation or opportunity. That fucking catch on his holster. The moment that gun got caught on there, and he fucking realized that the Lefemius or whatever the fuck his name is realized it too, and that's when he attacked.
Yeah. It's but he still could get that motherfucker off and still like take it from him. Like if I don't even think the cop got it all the way in.
No, I don't think he did. Yeah.
Him. It's unclear if Haynes was armed at the time of the struggle.
A two-lane police officer engages him. We know there's a gun on the sidewalk, and the police officer shot the perpetrator.
Why do we even explain it? I hate the fact that we have to explain this shit, man.
On Friday,
if you're gonna explain it, explain that shit the right way. You know what I mean? Like, if you gotta explain it, keep it real. Bro was out here reckless, and he got what he had coming to him. You're welcome, New Orleans.
By both the Force Investigation Team and 8th District Police. Tulane University released a statement saying TUPD responded immediately and heroically as this tragedy unfolded.
The officer that shot him, she shouldn't even have her job.
NOPD says around 2:45 Thursday afternoon, there was a struggle between an unknown person and Haynes that allegedly led to Haynes shooting the individual and an innocent bystander.
Apparently, another person who works for Tulane, I think we can have confirmed that, who worked in the maintenance, and he was walking down the street with a garbage can.
Police said Thursday the maintenance worker and the unknown man were in critical condition.
If he did that or whatever, we hope they pull through and we just wish fast recovery for them.
Hours before the incident, Haynes went live on Facebook. Now his family wants answers as to what happened between the video Haynes shot and the one that shows him being shot.
Something triggered him to do what he did, and we want to know.
In New Orleans, Lily Cummings, WWL,
He's
Louisiana.
gone, man. Like, it is what it is, bro. Like, what happened to mental institutions? Why the fuck they close those shits down in America? What happened?
White wokeness is like inhumane and shit.
The white man's guilt.
Man, bro, I would love to see them arrest the brother that was saying all that. Like, it's, in the middle of him talking that nonsense, they just cuff him. and you know, you don't even gotta put him in the. Don't even put him in the gym. Process him, take his mugshot, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like that, you should be arrested for that shit, bro. For that nonsense.
I'm saying that's fucking crazy, man.
They shot him because he asked to be shot.
If he did that, you know, we wish them a quick recovery.
Right, man. It's frustrating, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They're awful.
Gorman was, quote, at the wrong place at the wrong time. Police say the 18-year-old student was shot and killed last week near Loyola's campus while walking with friends. The suspect, who is now in custody according to ICE, is...
She was a chunky monkey, man.
ICE got him.
In the country illegally. The case, however, has quickly become part of a larger political debate over immigration and sanctuary city policies. The protest, organized by Chicago Flips Red, appears to be canceled now. There was, however, a group of dads who came out earlier not to make a political stance, but to support the family.
You know, it's just a gut punch, you know, and you say, and my friends too, and everybody said, you know, that could be us. That could be us as fathers, you know, and that's really what's bothering us. I mean, we could really all relate to it, you know. We're here to support the family. We weren't here to take sides, and we're not here for anything like that. We're just here to support the family. Another man was here before who said, you know, we feel that the city let the family down. I mean, they entrusted their daughter here. We're not here to talk about problems or even trying to suggest solutions, just saying, hey, maybe we can concentrate on Sheridan and think about that. And at some point, maybe reasonable heads will prevail.
We did reach out to Alderwoman Haddon for comment on the protest, but have not heard back. She did issue a public statement earlier this week where she said her comments were taken out of context. In that statement, she said, quote, "My comments were never intended to blame the victim or to imply that Sheridan should not have been out enjoying the park or that it was her fault that she was shot." And again, since her comments earlier this week, her office has been closed. Her office telling us that they have received an overwhelming amount of threats. We're live here in Rogers Park. Les Moreno, Fox, Chicago.
All right. But, you know, I'm confused because she's always saying stupid shit. Alderman Haddon, she's always saying crazy shit. You know what I mean? She's like that area where she's an alderman of, man, put it like this, bro. The white folks in that area are fucking weird. I'll leave it at that.
Tonight, leading the way with massive crowds and mass hysteria, hordes of people running toward a police crowd control line on opening day, and a lot more to go with it. Thanks a lot for joining us here at 11 on a Friday. I'm Mike Dardis. So we also have video of the man accused of running up from behind to assault a cop and what the mayor is saying about all of the things that happened. WLWT News 5 Sean McKinnon live now with new reaction from the police union. Hi, Sean.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, some businesses down here at the banks even tried to help police with crowd control efforts by closing up on one of the busiest money-making nights of the year. We were there in court this morning as the 17 people arrested by Cincinnati police appeared in front of a judge. After the opening day parade, while police are making an arrest in Over the Rhine, a man in a Reds jersey comes up from behind, grabs onto an officer's shoulders. Other officers try to break it up, and they're all taken to the ground. It was just one of many fights between fans and people clashing with police over a chaotic few hours.
It's just absolute nonsense. It's not what Cincinnati should be.
Still in the same jersey this morning, the man in the video, 29-year-old Shaquan Walker, faced a judge who set a $140,000 bond for assault, resisting arrest, obstruction, and disorderly conduct.
Judge Greenberg's a law and order judge, so it doesn't surprise me when I saw that he was issuing these bonds. This is what should be going on in Hamilton County.
Right outside the ballpark, thousands of people packed into bars, spilling out onto the banks.
White folks, man.
Yeah, white people just acting normal as hell. They probably drunk as a motherfucker too. Just sitting here being normal.
Man.
To the banks. Something sets off a small stampede, a horde of people rushing toward a police crowd control line. The police union president says officers formed the line when fights broke out and people wouldn't let them intervene.
You had civilian on civilian macing each other, tasing each other. And as the police were trying to go render aid and get these people to a safe location where the fire department could respond, they were being obstructed from doing that. So it was just absolute chaos that was going on.
Oh, yeah.
Cincinnati Mayor Aftab Purival is calling last night's unrest an outrage. He sent us a statement that reads in part, "This is exactly what causes fear and concern among our guests who come to support our urban core. It's the kind of behavior that forces us to look at and implement more severe crowd control restrictions in our downtown. My expectation is full accountability from those involved last night."
Yeah, right.
And Kober says the $1 million question for the city is how to avoid a repeat next year. He also tells us he believes the 21 and older ID check for the banks will be returning this summer, but the majority of people arrested yesterday were adults anyways. Reporting live from the banks, Sean McKinnon, WLWT, News 5.
We weren't teens.
You know, other than the Sun people, it actually looked like a nice event.
It would
be.
Like
a good time.
It would be.
I mean, jokes aside, though, it looked like it would. I mean, even the background where he was talking right now looks nice.
If you remove a certain kind of people, if you know what I mean.
It's only like this everywhere.
Bro. It's a fucking shame if you ask me, bro.
Yeah.
It don't have to be like that, man.
Didn't this happen in Chicago like a day or two ago too? Another takeover, teen takeover?
Man, bro, that's a Tuesday, bro. That's a Tuesday on my hair. If the day ends in Y, man. There was a teen takeover today.
It is. Well, yeah, it is very common.
Yeah. Let's see, Charlotte, man.
I feel sorry for the white folks, man. I don't know. What can you say?
Nah, they wanted this shit. Fuck that. I'm sorry, man. They wanted this shit. Fuck that. They wanted this shit.
They burned the country down for it. You right? So you wanted, huh?
Not me.
Not I.
Nah, man, I was here with you watching that shit on Ock.
Right.
Real shit. But y'all been asking for that shit for a while. For a long time. Like, we want this. We want
in general, yeah, for sure.
With this late night shooting in Lancaster, it's raising safety concerns today, with neighbors saying this gunfire isn't rare, it is routine. I'm Colin Mayfield.
And I'm Vanessa Rufus. Tonight, while one man says he's had to dodge bullets inside his own home, another says the violence forced her to leave.
WCNC Charlotte's Anna King is live from the police department there. Anna, specifically, what did neighbors tell you?
Well, neighbors told me what happened this week on Rock Street is just one incident in a series of incidents that have been happening back to back.
We lay by that window and get woke up by hearing 100 rounds.
A place that should feel safe.
Because once they started, they were continuous.
Did you say 100 rounds?
But you can see, even put your finger in it. You can feel which way
context clues
that bullet went in. It
doesn't for some people living in Lancaster.
I duck bullets in Vietnam. I don't need to duck them at home, I don't think.
Many living along Rock Street.
Think about that. Think about how unfortunate that is, bro.
The shooting left one person hurt. Some tell me the violence has become.
That white guy right there, that white guy just, if you had a bunch of him in the neighborhood and there was like a few blacks, the blacks would be like calling him like a redneck and acting like he was racist, and you know what I mean, like telling their friends, yeah, it's just racist white man they're down the street. It's just like black people are just so awful, man. Like he can't come out. He can't come and say, "Hey, man, these niggas are literally like pestilent." but they could literally be like, "Yeah, he racist, man. That man racist. He racist white man. He racist."
This dude's a real one. He got one smoking and one behind the ear ready.
Yo, who got privilege again? Who got privilege?
And poor Bassett,
And he living along
fought for motherfuckers' rights and shit to come back to this bullshit.
Right.
Yeah. Survive fucking Mekong to get fucking killed here.
I mean, look, man, for me, the fact that he said he was in Vietnam dodging bullets only to come here and dodge these sunwar bullets, it breaks your heart, man.
That's wild.
Street says this is their reality. Just this week, a shooting left one person hurt. Some tell me the violence has become so common, they're afraid to even step outside. And in today's case, too afraid to speak on camera.
It's just been chaos. Every two to 3 weeks, it's been shootings back to back, broad daylight. They don't care.
This former resident says she recently moved because of the violence.
Kids can't play outside. We can't even sit outside and enjoy the weather because we don't know if it's going to be a drive-through or a walk-up.
She says her final straw was a shooting where multiple homes and cars were hit.
They're so young, and how they getting these hands on these high-powered guns? So I really don't know if it could be anything done.
A sentiment shared across the community.
If it is, I'd like to know what it is. I'd bring it up to them.
My man has a solution, I imagine.
And police say an investigation to the shootout that happened this week is still ongoing, while residents there say they're just hoping for real change and an end to the violence. Live here in Lancaster, Anna King, WCNC.
You ever see that movie Gran Torino with Clint Eastwood?
Click that one. Click down.
That's
one of my favorite movies. That's one of my favorite movies, man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
With the Tigers?
Yeah,
Yo,
zippers.
Yo, but I wanted to tell that sister on the phone, like, tell me more, sister. Pray tell, man. Elaborate for me, man. What do you mean? Like, the kids can't come out and play sounds horrible. Tell me about it. Who's doing what?
Yeah, what is causing this?
Tonight at 4, Felicia's off, Dustin's in. An Indianapolis man now facing at least a 45-year sentence after a jury found him guilty of a mass shooting in Broad Ripple.
Rich Nye talked with the prosecutor this afternoon about the impact this case had on that community, specifically on Broad Ripple nightlife.
Shots were fired inside the busy Land Sharks bar on Broad Ripple Avenue around 1:30 a.m. on March 16, 2024. Security guards were allegedly checking customers for weapons at the entrance, but surveillance cameras inside captured Nicholas Folk reaching into a woman's shirt, removing a gun, and putting it in his pocket. After an argument started between two women, Folk fired shots as people ducked for cover in the crowded bar.
It is simple disputes where people get angry with one another, and it results in gun violence. And you have an individual who is firing a weapon where there is a ton of people who are in incredibly close proximity. 6
people were hit by bullets. 36-year-old Tim Brown Jr. died from his injuries. He worked at Land Sharks. This week, a jury convicted Folk of murder, aggravated battery, and 4 counts of battery with a deadly weapon. That mass shooting in March of 2024 rocked people's perception of safety in Broad Ripple and led to a changed landscape. What used to be Land Sharks across the street is long gone. Land Sharks closed after the shooting and never reopened. The 808 at Indy CD and Vinyl has replaced the bar. Broad Ripple is rebuilding its reputation.
It's not going to be a 2 or 3 in the morning type of place, maybe anymore, or you're not going to have as many establishments who cater to individuals who are looking for that experience. And I think certainly that will certainly cut down on certain types of incidents, which I think ultimately is a good thing for the community.
Folk is scheduled to be sentenced May 11th. In Indianapolis, Rich Knight, 13 News.
You know, some people are just like a death knell to commerce. Wherever they happen to be.
Right.
I mean, you think you got a bar, like, you know, you're not doing incredibly good, but you're making it. You're surviving.
Right.
Shit. You found your little niche in life, and then fucking
The margins are thin.
Shoot 6 people in the middle of the night, and fucking that's it for your business.
You're out here
Whole
working
community
hard.
blames you.
Right. Y'all here working hard, trying to make ends meet. It's a tight rope. And then this motherfucker comes in willy-nilly and does this shit. It's gotta hurt, man. That's gotta
It
fucking be
is.
painful.
Or like you're a paramedic in New Orleans and you fucking pick up you're trying to help people and help society and you pick up a Sunman and now he's like brandishing a knife at you.
Right. But you know what? I gotta be honest. I'm a man who I don't necessarily like change. I'm not big on change, right? But it brings me comfort to know that the Sunman will never change because it's consistency. You know what I mean? Like it could be 50 years from now, from today, from this very day, 50 years. And I know one thing, the Sunman's gonna be getting that shit cracking.
I don't know, man, because if we're doing a lot of interracial shit, that could kind of like change shit.
But those interracial kids are gonna get it busting because they still brothers at the end of the day.
Yeah, but you still like it's like they're not like.
I
Nah,
don't
you're
know
right.
if it's an admixture thing, then I mean that's the thing. You think it would be diluted, but then as we've
No.
seen here frequently, they're among the most savage. So
Right, exactly. Hey, we've seen plenty of
That's
sun
why I kind of
gliders do some crazy shit, bro.
that's why I kind of backed out of it. But
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no,
hard to tell.
look, 50 years from today, I knows this. I know I knows this. If anybody does, he does. 50 years from today and beyond, it'll be the same exact shit as this story right here.
you never know. We might have some good programs then.
Yeah, no, there's gonna be the Ak Nation of the future, and like they're gonna be watching the Hezekiah News of the future.
We're gonna have Aug Sun. We got have Aug Sun doing the show and shit.
Wait, did you just say that in 50 years from today, the new Hezekiah
Yeah,
is
I mean,
gonna look at today as like the ancient, the old school shit?
they're gonna be like, "What the fuck? This is totally not what we were told."
Yeah, back in the day in 2026.
we gonna have Aug Sun on here doing Aug Nation and shit.
Facts.
right.
God damn.
It's gonna be carrying on the legacy, man. But look, what I does is hard work, man. Support the channel, man. Cause again, who else does it? I heard you saying recently, and I agree with you. I think it was last night, maybe. You said at this point in time, no one has covered more news crime stories than you have.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't think there's any more authoritative voice on what these people do and why.
I don't even think it's close, Ike. It's not even close, bro. I think on a nightly basis, and sometimes more than like twice a day, but on a nightly basis, bro, you just surf the news from sea to shining sea, right? I don't think it's even close. Maybe like 3 years ago it was close, 2 years ago it was, but at this point in time, who the fuck is close to knowing, putting eyes on it like you have?
It ain't nobody. Ain't nobody.
Support the
nobody.
channel, man.
Nobody. Yeah, sponsor the show, man. Support your local news channel. Nobody. You right. Let's see. Oh, suspects in fatal Chicago shooting near United Center arrested within 8 seconds.
Learning more about the murder of a beloved Chicago developer as the two men accused of killing him faced a judge today. RSL Rezai was in the courtroom for us, and Asal prosecutors say it took just a few seconds for these men to get out of their car, commit the murder, and then end up in handcuffs.
Yeah, Marie, that's right. 8 seconds to be exact. And prosecutors referring to those suspects as assassins in court today. They say they were essentially caught red-handed, not only by surveillance cameras, but by Chicago police officers who happened to be on patrol and saw the murder happen.
In court today, prosecutors breaking down the details they say placed 28-year-old Nassie Mason and 31-year-old Irving Harris at this crime scene on Madison near Levitt. This is where 67-year-old businessman Jerry Lewis was shot and killed in broad daylight Tuesday afternoon. Prosecutors say Mason and Harris were captured on surveillance video, waiting in a stolen gray Honda with stolen plates outside of Lewis's business for 90 minutes before the homicide. 6 Chicago police officers patrolling in an unmarked car reported seeing the two men wearing latex gloves and ski masks shoot Lewis. Within seconds, they took them into custody and recovered 2 semi-automatic guns along with 4 shell casings. Lewis's wife says he was a loving husband, father, and grandfather who was a successful contractor and developer working to mentor others in the construction industry.
He wanted everybody to succeed. He helped others all the time. And that's just who he was.
Recently, he had been working on the 1901 project to redevelop the United Center.
And Marie, the judge today ordered that Mason and Harris both remain detained. Both men have served time behind bars, with Mason recently facing a gun conviction. Harris is currently on parole for an aggravated carjacking. It's a charge he picked up while on parole for a previous narcotics conviction. I'm live at 26 in California. Asal Razai, CBS News, Chicago.
I was just reading about this story on CWB, right? And it's crazy, bro. So what they're basically saying, and what CWB said was, you know, the Jump Out Boys, like the cops, the Jump Out Boys, they wear like jeans or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
The Jump Out Boys, they're saying that the Jump Out Boys saw these two sunwords, right? And they were gonna jump out on them and check them out, go, do what they do, right? As they jumped out and were walking to like stop them, the sunwords opened fire on, because they didn't see the cops. So they opened fire on their victim. The cops were about to just do a stop on them.
No weirdness, man.
But I mean, think about that though, man. The intuition of these pigs, right? They're like, look at these two clowns. Something's up, right? Let's go see. And boom, they see him opening fire, come out the place running with. Look, man, we're not safe, man. But I thought that was pretty cool, man, that, the cops, they're trying. What more can you do, right?
Nothing more you can do, man. Absolutely nothing. And that's the shame, man. It's so sad, man. Stuff. This is just a part of life, man. I mean, Jesus Christ.
You got somebody new in the bag. I don't recognize them. Do you?
Let me see. This Nick.
That's Nick Tab.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What's cracking?
What's happening?
Yo.
Let me go. You know what? Let me go to X, man. X got a lot going on today.
I took a little X to fuck with my ex.
Man, you know what? The thing about X for me is that X is racist. You know?
So we got this sister. Let's listen to this sister talk. Everybody, shh. Black woman's talking.
Quiet down, sister talking.
Yeah, when a black woman's talking, I shut my ass down and listen.
About the reason why. When are we going to finally have a real conversation about the reason why people really don't like black people? When are we really going to talk about how black people are the most compassionate, caring, nurturing, providing, forgiving, sacrificing culture of all? Black people are more resilient, more forgiving, more understanding, and more resilient than any other people. And we are the least violent, the least colonizing, the least destructive, the least invasive out of all. Right? But somehow everybody's scared of us. Everyone fears black people. But all of you guys kill us. All of you guys exploit us. All of you guys, it doesn't seem like y'all are scared of us. It sounds real fishy because y'all don't act like you're afraid. You do all the things that we should be afraid of, but then y'all are afraid of us. Yeah, somebody's fucking capping, bro. We need to wake up. Okay.
Say it again, sister.
I'm telling you, man.
But you know what? I will give her credit, though. I do agree that black folks, in their own special way, they are resilient. Because the way they be losing, like, children, like, getting murdered, they take that on the chin, man.
Yeah, they do. They do, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I'll give her resilient. That's the only one I'll give her. Remember this lady.
I'm about to cut it.
R.I.P. Young Dog.
booties all bleak, waistline snatched. Got a banging body and a smile to match. Yeah, booties on bleak, waistline snatched. Got a banging body with a smile to match. Yeah, you can have whatever you like. Ooh, Betty Boop, just a rabbit. J-Lo, Nicki Minaj, whatever you like. You can have whatever you like. Yeah. I'm about to cut it.
They bring an interesting take.
Huh?
So they bring their own interesting conventions to surgery.
Yeah, the girl's cut open. You see, they blurred it.
Yeah,
Girl,
yeah.
she's open. Like she's not. It's not like she's just doing this during like or after. Before she's doing it while the girl's cut open.
To match. Yeah.
She kind of looks like Lil Boosie.
Waistline snatched. Got a bang body with style to match. Yeah. You can
Look, man, if I seen that, I would have been like, you know what? Cancer ain't that bad. Just leave the tumor in there. Fuck it.
Killed her ass, man, for that shit. We remember this. This was we did this though. It's just I think she got sentenced. I think she got something happened to her.
Dr. Boutte. Her name is Dr. Wendell Boutte.
Dr. Boutte, that's right.
Exactly.
Yes, it actually is. Even Catherine Davis's business partner at Eden Med Spa in Austin, Texas, seemed not to know that Catherine Davis is also Wendell Boutte until we showed up there in November. Hi, Dr. Davis, or is it Dr. Boutte? It's Justin Gray from Channel 2. Do you have a Texas medical license? Whether she goes by Boutte or Davis, she does not have an active medical license in Georgia or Texas. And now, after our November investigation uncovered her new identity, she is no longer on the website of the medical facility where she was listed as owner. Eden Med Spa emailed patients this week, quote, Catherine is having some difficulties outside of Eden and is not currently injecting at Eden. Medical board ultimately suspended Boutte's license after millions of dollars in malpractice judgments. Patients like O.J. Liburt's mother, Isilma Cornelius. She was about to be married and earn her PhD in nursing when a cosmetic surgery by Dr. Boutte went very wrong, and Cornelius suffered permanent brain damage.
In my 20s,
Jesus Christ.
I was mouth apparent.
I want somebody who knows what they're doing, working on me. Exactly.
We sent our Channel 2 Action News producer undercover to see what Davis tells patients. Davis touted her extensive experience as a dermatologist and plastic surgeon in the consultation, and this is what she said about how she ended up here.
I'm just doing injections, so this is my happy place. This is 58 years old. I'm just kind of like riding it out.
Yeah, no more twerking in the OR.
Yeah, this got me right here. Med school acceptance rates, right? So if you got a 24 to 26 on your MCAT and a 3.2 GPA, and you're black, almost 60% of those people get in the medical school. If you're Hispanic, like 25, and if you're white, like 5%. Oh, let me blow this up. All right, if you're white, 8%, and if you're Asian, 5.9%, and if you got like a 30 to 32 MCAT, which is very I think like one of the highest scores, and a 3.6 GPA. And you black, 93% of you getting in there. If you're Hispanic, 83% getting in. If you white, 63 getting in. And if you Asian, 57% getting in.
Man, they really fucked the Asians.
Crazy, man. And blacks talk about racism.
But is this also saying that there are correspondingly more issues with black physicians in California? That's what the second graph seemed to be indicating. Like more malpractice suits or something.
Oh, let me see. Issues with California physicians. California physicians will complain. God damn.
Very interesting.
Wow. So the group you let in with the lowest scores has the highest malpractice.
Presumably because of
But
racism.
Look at discipline. Look at discipline, though. Look at the discipline. They not the highest when it comes to discipline, though. They're the highest when it comes to investigations, the highest when it comes to complaints, but they're not the highest. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. More black doctors and shit. Like, yeah, I don't want my
He don't like me, but it, you know you doing that shit on purpose, baby. That pussy wetter than some water, let me serve it, baby. He don't like me, but it bitch love me. Got kicked out the house at 14, I was still thinking. She ate that dick so much I need ugly. He know I fucked the bitch, he see me.
I've never had the desire to do anything like this. I have a hard time understanding why you would.
Jesus Christ. Fucking A, man. Trust experts.
Black women.
Jesus Christ. Let's see.
Works. Name me the thing that he has done that worked. The only thing that works on Trump is his mouth. And the thing that he said, like, I'm very proud. I've never voted for a president who raped women and children. I never voted for a president who defrauded charities and people. I never voted for a president that celebrated the death of somebody. And half this country can't say that. Like Donald Trump and what he said about Robert Mueller. Let me tell you something. This man said he knows he's not going to heaven. You know how fucked up you got to be when you know you ain't going to heaven? like you go to pray and God go, hey, ain't no use in you talking to me. Name.
So he said he never. Jesus Christ. I don't even want to do that, man. I ain't even, it's a waste of time. Let's see this sister right here. Minneapolis City Councilor Pearl Warren. Okay, so this is Minneapolis City Council. So we know she got a lot of white votes. A lot of white votes.
I wake up every day black. That's something that I have to deal with. It's not a choice. It's not an option. I don't get to take it off. I don't get to choose absolutely anything different. The adverse effects of marginalization and things that I experience being a black woman every day is something that has been perpetuated by institutions of white racism throughout history. Welcome to the place that I've lived my entire life. Welcome to where I've been with my ancestors, my grandparents, my parents, and welcome. I'm glad that you have arrived and made it here. It is an uncomfortable and disrespectful space, but what I won't do anymore, ever again, is tell white folks how to treat me as a black woman. If you can't wake up in the morning and know that you put on your pants one leg at a time and bleed red blood just the way that I do, it is not my fiduciary responsibility to remind you of your human right. What's going on in Europe and what you're doing in Europe, good. Go do a lot of that. But I still have to fight institutionalized racism in my community and in my home here in the state of Minnesota on a day-to-day basis. I am concerned with the laws that exist here in the state of Minnesota. If I wanted to sit here and talk about the disenfranchisement of what has happened to black folks here in America, I tell everybody to empty their pockets and strip their clothes off for the cotton that my ancestors picked. The fact that money is made from linen and cotton, I am not disconnected in any way, shape, form, or fashion from anything that is happening to black folks here in America. What ICE is doing is disgusting, but I've been iced my whole damn life. And if you don't think I recognize what's going on, then welcome to my reality. You make a choice. This ain't a choice. This is my life. I woke up like this. And so I mean it when I say it. I have had to look past and dismiss and have been told as a black woman my entire life about pulling myself up by my bootstraps, and doggone it, that's what I've done. Act right is act right. There's a difference between trauma and choice. And I make a conscious choice every day not to allow somebody else's behaviors, actions, ideologies, ways they think, they act, not to traumatize me or affect me.
Yeah, clearly that's
Because I
working.
got work to do. Ain't nobody taking care of my 6 kids and grandkids but me. Ain't nobody giving me a handout, not at window 5, not out on the streets. Nobody's coming to save my community when black babies are being slaughtered on the streets. I don't see protesters pulling up to stop the violence that continues to perpetuate in North Minneapolis. I'm tired. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. But I won't allow it to stop my productivity and what needs to be done for the community. So don't come for me, because I didn't send for nobody. And I mean that from the top of my heart.
Damn.
The fight that I fight every day to be a black woman here in America is not anything that you could ever fathom. You don't understand where I stand because you've never sat where I've sat.
Okay, you can shut up now then. Like, we're not gonna understand.
Thank you for being woke. I appreciate it. Now do something with your awakeness that does not antagonize or get in the way of the fiduciary responsibility that I have to the residents of this city to ensure that they have equal access and opportunity. Let me see you all pull up and make sure that North Minneapolis has the fair and equal treatment that it deserves, to make sure that our babies ain't getting slaughtered on the streets here. Because we show up for everything else. It's a real place. Welcome to my reality. I'm glad you could make it. Now do something with your presence. The end.
Wow. Sister has spoken, man. Must be hell for sisters, man. Here in America, man. Jesus Christ. Whew. That was a long ass speech too, man. Whew. That was a long ass speech. Let's see. It says, breaking: a group of black kids show up to a job interview in do-rags and bonnets, whilst the other races of kids showed up in suits and ties.
Tie for appropriate situation.
Let's see. Is that a fucking beat?
See, and this is what happens when you have an entire generation of dumb niggas that get on the internet and tell you that everything you do, having decorum, having a standard for yourself, and dressing appropriately in appropriate attire for appropriate situations, everything like that, black people having a fucking standard is kissing up to the white man or basing themselves off European standards and Eurocentric standards. You got a group of young black people thinking it's so fucking funny showing up to a hiring event. And they're in fucking sweatpants, Jordans, Crocs, and t-shirts, do-rags and shit on. And she's smiling like that shit fucking funny. And they're like 21 years old. This is what happens when when people like myself, people like Dana, people like Chad have gotten on this app and told y'all, when y'all was sitting there arguing about the bubble coats and Ruth Chris, when we tell y'all to, dress appropriately, dress for the occasion, Have some decorum about yourself. Everything ain't gotta be fucking hood rat and ratified. Y'all say we classes, we elitists, we kissing up to the white man. We got European standards for ourselves, as if black people can't have a fucking standard. This is what you get. This is what you produce. See, and then these motherfuckers will go out, not give, like life is a fucking joke, walking around looking like a bag of ass, degenerate as fuck, no standard for themselves. And then when they don't get hired, they don't get a job, oh, it's the white man's fault. That's what y'all do. This is what y'all have produced. And they think it's fucking funny. I don't care if you go into a job interview for fucking McDonald's, Burger King, Popeyes. The minimum you could do is throw on a fucking polo and some goddamn khakis and some casual shoes and take your ass in there. That's why a lot of y'all are where y'all are at. Because y'all don't have a standard for yourself, and you don't set a precedent for yourself, whether it's whatever opportunity presents itself. You feel like, oh, I'm only gonna do something if it's this or that. No, you should have a fucking standard across the board for yourself. But y'all don't do that, and that's why y'all fucking suck at life. And that's why y'all are consistently stuck blaming the system, blaming the government, blaming the white man, blaming your mama, blaming childhood, blaming everybody but your fucking self for why you are where you are in fucking life. But then these be the motherfuckers that get on this very same, I need to be my own boss. I'm an entrepreneur. I can't work for nobody. No, y'all niggas don't. Y'all niggas just don't like structure. Y'all just niggas don't like rules. Y'all niggas don't like nobody telling y'all what to do. Y'all don't want to have. I'm done, bro. Just keep being scamming Jamals and bonnet Lakeishas. But for the young people who are out there that have a standard, the ceiling is in space for y'all, because this is your fucking competition. If that's even what you want to call it, you should be running circles around these fucking bums.
Wow.
But nobody looked at the huge price I paid to be at the city and work as a black woman in the city and being the only black at that time. And that.
What did this bitch do? What did she? It says, after a 7-year case, a Fresno, California black woman named Lakebia Kiki Wilson won $15.4 million in a racial discrimination lawsuit after her city code enforcement department supervisor called her an entitled N-word, lazy, and a piece of shit.
We look at the huge number, but nobody looked at the huge price I paid to be at the city and work as a black woman in the city and being the only black at that time. And that number still is not big enough for me of the time that I lost with my children and my family that I could never get back.
The city of Fresno never took this case seriously. They fought it for over 7 years in court, and we finally had our day in court and justice prevailed.
The public's going to think what they want to think anyway, but I hope that they realize that justice was done here today.
We won on the harassment claims for both of them. We won on certain adverse employment actions for each of them, and on other adverse employment actions, it was in favor of the city. So, but it didn't make a difference in the outcomes.
Not one person said, "Hey, Dallas, we hired you to see if Howard Lacey called Lakebia Wilson an entitled." They never even asked the question. That they deserve a $15 million verdict. Never asked the question, and then got up there and didn't even want to talk about it. That's what we were here for. Please quote me correctly. The city needs to know that there's going to be other Lakebia Wilsons in the world that come through there who will stand up for themselves, will challenge them, because I raised my kids that way. And they should know to never get comfortable. They got comfortable being comfortable. That was the problem here.
Wow. Let's see. Let me go back to X, man. We go back. Back to YouTube. He says, "Nah, man. I'm just speechless, man. Speechless, man. I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. That's all, man. I ain't sleep. I'm just speechless, man. Yeah, man. Support. We gonna keep banging. Deadly pool party,
Our
man.
first look at a packed pool party that turned deadly in North Charlotte. I'm Erica Bryant.
I'm Scott Wickersham. Hundreds were at the party that started on a pool rental app and ended with 5 people shot. One of them died.
A pool rental app? What is that? What is a pool rental app?
Tonight, this is the
Our first look at a packed pool party that turned deadly in North Charlotte. I'm Erica Bryant.
I'm Scott Wickersham. Hundreds were at the party that started on a pool rental app and ended with 5 people shot. One of them died. Tonight, this is the mess left behind at this home on Hucks Road, just east of Old Statesville Road. Our crime reporter, Hunter Sines, spoke with the people who live at that house, and he joins us now live. Hunter?
Scott, the woman who rents out the pool at this house across the street here behind me, tells me there were so many people at this pool party that this entire front lawn was packed with cars. People were even parking in the development just beyond our camera and in the neighborhood just down the road and walking to this pool party. She also told me that those under 21 years old were marked with wristbands and that people were being patted down before entering the backyard, but clearly something was missed.
Inside this taped-off backyard, remnants of what was a pool party are left behind. Plastic bottles and trash left floating, shoes and sandals scattered across the yard after partygoers literally ran out of them as gunfire erupted. The sounds of the shots captured on a nearby Ring camera.
Pop, 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 pop. And then little break. Pop, 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 pop.
Colby Granger and his family live in the house next door. They were home with their newborn.
And I felt very helpless.
This is what the party looked like at the beginning. It was captured by this woman who says she rents a room at this house and she rents out the pool through an app called Swimply. She says she told the organizer not to let anyone else in after she counted 200 people there, but admits.
Hold on, the woman who rented the pool party out just rents a room, and she rents out the pool in a place where she rents the room? Yo, that's bananas. She rents a room here, and then she rents out the pool on an app for a bunch of niggas to come and tear the shit up.
And she rents out the pool. This is what the party looked like at the beginning. It was captured by this woman who says she rents a room at this house and she rents out the pool through an app called Swimply. She says she told the organizer not to let anyone else in after she counted 200 people there, but admits it got out of hand. She estimates 500 teens and young adults were here when she left.
Yo, 500 and nobody got shot? Give it up for some people, man. Give it up for some people, y'all. 500, nobody gets shot.
Organizer not to let anyone else in after she counted 200 people there, but admits it got out of hand. She estimates 500 teens and young adults were here when she left.
My window is facing the yard, and I see all them kids flying. People was flying everywhere.
Serge Arnold also lives in the house where the party was held and was in his room Sunday evening around 7 o'clock when police say 5 people were shot, including 20-year-old Richard.
Never mind. Never mind. But only 5, though. We got to give these sons credit. 5 people got shot. 500, that's like, what's that, 1%? Only 1% of the people at this event got shot. Y'all not looking at it right way, man. It's not that 5 people got shot. It's that 1% of the party goers got shot.
Thomas, who died. Granger says he feared a bullet would enter his home and still remembers what he saw when he looked out.
People sprinting, like 150 people in the backyard, 50 people in the front yard.
Well, blacks are fast, man. They're Africans, man. They either gonna run or they're gonna kill you. You got two choices. You should have been happy they was running. Even though they was running away from being killed. But yeah, no, that lady's long ass diatribe, that shit put me to sleep, man. I'm sorry, man. I ain't fallen asleep in a long time. That lady's long ass motherfucking speech. It was too many sisters going on speeches, man. Y'all gotta forgive me. Do y'all forgive me for falling asleep? It was too many sisters giving speeches, man. I couldn't deal with it, man. When sisters talk, man, that shit just sound like motherfucking. Actually, I need to start doing that, man. And when the times when I have trouble sleeping, I need to play a woke sister talking.
People running everywhere, hiding in bushes, running across the street, going to get in cars pulling out, driving through the yard, picking people up, just chaos.
From Chopper 9 Sky Zoom, you can see how vast the property is. And in the backyard, a moment in time now frozen after a pool party turned into a mass shooting.
And multiple neighbors told me there have been dozens of pool parties at this property dating back to last summer. Some of them even had DJs at them. Now those neighbors tell me they would like to see more regulations when it comes to renting out residential pools. It is something they say is needed to keep everyone safe, especially in.
You got regulate. Damn, regulations, man. Jesus Christ.
Mayor of Hartford fires an officer who shot and killed a man during a mental health call. Thanks for joining us for the news at 6. I'm Keisha Grant.
And I'm Mike Heidick. The mayor says the actions of that officer did not meet the standards for the department.
Now his fellow officers are calling for him to get his job back.
NBC Connecticut's Matt Austin is live in Hartford with reaction tonight. Matt?
Yeah, so Mike and Keisha, the mayor says he fired the officer during his probationary period because he fell short of professional standards. But the police union fired back, calling the mayor a coward and warned there could be some dark times coming for the city.
Firing one police officer is not justice. We have one more to go.
Today, protesters calling for more police accountability following Hartford Mayor Runan Arlampalan firing the police officer who shot and killed a man last month. Several officers had been dealing with a man where
he got a knife, yo. Everybody needs to know this, man. That there's a certain amount of feet. I don't know what it is. I think it might be 15 or 20 feet. Anybody in the chat know where if a person with a knife charges at you, you don't have time to draw your gun and shoot them. You have to have your gun drawn already. It's a certain distance. I don't know what the distance is. I heard it. I keep forgetting it, but it's a certain distance, and it's not far. You know what I mean? It's not close. It's like it's a certain distance. Like it's further than you would think it would be. But if a person with a knife charges you and you don't have your gun drawn, you will not be able to get your gun drawn in the amount of time before they up on you. And it's far. Like the distance is far. You said 21 feet? Yeah. It's like, yo, that's like if you're standing under a basket, right? That's like the person standing at the 3-point line. Just to give you a view of it. A person standing at a 3-point line and you're standing under the basket. If you do not have your gun drawn, they can get up on you and stab you before you draw your gun. That's how fucking crazy that shit is. It's insane, you know. I heard that shit. I was like, damn.
reportedly holding a knife and dealing with a mental health crisis on Blue Hills Avenue. Officer Joseph Magnano arrived later, and as the man approached him, ordered him to drop the knife and then shot 9 times.
Officer Magnano came in, sirens blazing. He came in and from the video appears to have re-escalated the situation and made it worse.
A funeral was held yesterday for the man who died, Stephen Jones. Among those who attended was the Reverend Al Sharpton, who today applauded the officer's termination. Previously, Magnano had been on paid administrative leave. On Monday, protesters interrupted the mayor's State of the City address to call for the firing of Officer Magnano and a second officer who shot and killed another man last month. The police union worries about the signal the firing will send to people thinking about becoming officers in the city, and they're also calling for the officer to be reinstated.
This is a tragedy of justice and process. Our mayor caved to political pressure. He is a coward. He is devoid of any semblance of leadership or manhood.
There you go. Good
There
job.
are dark times coming.
That's right, man.
Now, Attorney Crump called the firing an important step toward accountability, but they are still pressing for answers and changes. A town hall about public safety is scheduled with the mayor at the library behind us at 6:30. Live in Hartford, Matt Austin, NBC Connecticut News. Guys, back to you.
The woman accused of killing a Fort Worth police sergeant while driving drunk pleaded guilty moments before the start of her jury trial. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Casey Stiegel. Thanks for being here. It's 9 o'clock. DeAngele Evans pleaded guilty to...
Did she play in the WNBA? What WNBA player is this that... Bitch, y'all just got a raise, man. You out here killing people, man.
The woman accused of killing a Fort Worth police sergeant while driving drunk pleaded guilty moments before the start of her jury trial. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Casey Stiegel. Thanks for being here. It's 9 o'clock. DeAngele Evans pleaded guilty to intoxication manslaughter of a peace officer this morning. Evans admitted she killed Fort Worth Police Sergeant Billy Randolph after having more than 10 drinks and driving the wrong way back in August 2024. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager was in the courtroom this afternoon and joins us with the live update. Hi, Peyton.
Casey, and for the first time in court, we saw body camera footage and dash camera footage of police officers on the way to the hospital performing CPR on Sergeant Billy Randolph in the back of the squad car and begging for him to pull through. We also heard testimony from fellow Fort Worth police officers trying to recount that tragic morning in August of 2024. In a police interrogation video shown to a Tarrant County jury Thursday afternoon, DeAngele Evans admitted she had more than 10 shots of tequila at a party before she hit and killed Fort Worth Police Sergeant Billy Randolph on August 12, 2024. Investigators later determined Evans had a blood alcohol concentration of 0.12. Evans pleaded guilty to intoxication manslaughter of a peace officer at the start of her trial Thursday. Now a jury will decide her punishment. In the opening statements today, prosecutors urging jurors not to let Evans escape accountability.
Jesus Christ. This bitch been thugging a long time, man.
The defense team not offering any excuses, but arguing this was, quote, an accident. Evans was driving the wrong way onto the I-35W exit ramp when she struck Sergeant Randolph, who was working an overnight 18-wheeler crash scene. Evans continued to drive for a quarter of a mile and tried to run away. She later told police conflicting stories of what she remembered, adding she also didn't have her glasses on. At the time of the crash, Evans was on probation for shooting her girlfriend under strict...
Yo, these niggas talk about racism, man. The only race, it's literally racism against everyone else. Because you got to watch this bitch go through the system and get coddled time and time again, knowing that if you fuck up, you in trouble. This bitch gets to just be a thug degenerate and shit.
Evans continued to drive for a quarter of a mile and tried to run away. She later told police conflicting stories of what she remembered, adding she also didn't have her glasses on. At the time of the crash, Evans was on probation for shooting her girlfriend under strict guidelines to not use, possess, or consume.
On probation for shooting her girlfriend.
For shooting her girlfriend under strict guidelines to not use, possess, or consume any alcohol. We spoke to Russell Wilson, an attorney not associated with this case.
Defense and the defendant may have concluded that it would be better to accept responsibility for the conduct and then attempt to what we would call mitigate it.
The maximum punishment, life in prison. The jury must unanimously agree on a number.
They deliberate about it, but there's not a specific methodology to it.
And today's testimony ended with two crash investigators showing pictures of the crash scene, including Evans's shattered windshield. The jury also saw photographs of Sergeant Billy Randolph's bloody badge and bloody vest. Now, testimony will continue tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Unbelievable, man.
A Mid-South mom finally has justice 4 years after her son's murder. 18-year-old Donnell Barbie was one of 4 people shot during a burglary in Ripley. Now, this all happened back in June of 2022. But this week, the killer found out that he will be spending the rest of his life behind bars. Fox 15's Troyce Grant joins us live in Ripley tonight.
Yes.
Troyce, you spoke to Barbie's mother just a short time ago. What did she have to say?
Darcy, the shooting that killed 18-year-old Donnell Barbie happened right here on Spivey Street. Investigators say that Kylan Beard knocked down this door before he opened fire, killing Barbie. Now, Barbie's mother says she can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that her son's killer will never walk these streets again.
Thank God, that's all. Just thank God, finally got justice for my baby.
It's been 4 years since Brandy Driver Jones last saw her son. Wednesday, a judge sentenced the man who killed him to life in a prison cell. In June 2022, police say Kylan Beard, who also was 18 at the time, fired a rifle into a playhouse behind Driver Jones's home on Spivey Street. He killed Donnell Barbie and injured 2 children. At first, investigators treated Beard as a victim because he was found lying just feet away with a gunshot wound himself.
Same thing I told him in court. He didn't only hurt me and my family. He hurt his own family. Because outside of my son being not on earth anymore, or not here present with us, he's still alive, but he's just locked up. He still could talk to his family. They can still come visit him. I can't get none of that. I have to go to a grave site or come back here and pray I feel his presence.
Beard was treated at a Memphis hospital and released. A day later, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation put Beard on its most wanted list. U.S. Marshals arrested him in Memphis days later. Yesterday, he was sentenced to life in prison. Justice for Driver Jones, but never enough to make up for the loss of her son, whose life was cut short less than 2 months after his high school graduation.
3 years and 10 months, like I've been waiting and everything since all of it happened.
In addition to the murder count, a jury also convicted Beard of 2 counts of attempted murder and among other charges. In total, his sentence is life in prison plus 26 years. Darcy.
That is Fox 13's Troyce Grant reporting live from Ripley, Tennessee tonight. Thank you so much, Troyce.
Support the channel. Take the pledge. Sponsor the programming. Salute to Barry B. Barry B is in the building. Support the channel.
Three men who were celebrating a birthday near Beale Street ended up in handcuffs and now on a viral social media video. Earlier this week, Fox 13 told you what Memphis police said led to this fight involving police officers. Tonight, we're hearing from the men who were charged after that fight. Fox 13's investigative reporter, Kayla Solomon, joins us live downtown tonight. Kayla, you spoke to the three men, and this is an interview that everyone will only see right here on Fox 13.
Yeah, Darcy, they still have some cuts and scrapes and bruises from this interaction that happened just feet away from where I'm standing. But they got a chance to walk me through the video and also tell me what was happening in real time.
Hey, so we really just going to go celebrate my birthday.
A night that started as a birthday celebration turned into a fight with police and a trip to jail. 22-year-old Jamal Hines, 19-year-old Christopher Rucker, and 20-year-old Jeremiah Rucker says it started with words exchanged with Memphis police.
My brother was like, I got him, coming to get me. Then the police was like, don't touch him, don't touch me, and then hit him. Then next I know, about 4 or 5 of them on him.
Yo, niggas didn't talk like this 30 years ago, man. 40 years ago, niggas didn't talk like this. Where did this come from? Gotta be hip hop, man. It's gotta be hip hop, man. Niggas did not sound like this.
Memphis police.
My brother was like, I got him, coming to get me. Then the police was like, don't touch him, don't touch me, and then hit him. Then next I know, about 4 or 5 of them on him.
That fight captured on cell phone video.
I just started feeling like licks at the back of my head, back of my back, and my shoulder.
In it, you see all three men on the ground with Memphis police officers on top of them. Police records say one officer said he was detaining one man when another grabbed him, causing the officer to hit him. The video shows 2 were detained and eventually placed in patrol cars, but Jeremiah Rucker was dragged to a car.
They did wrong. They did too much for no reason.
He held the phone and the video was playing, and all I can hear was screaming in the background.
Denise Rucker says she was woken up by
this bitch Asian or black. What the fuck is this bitch? Bitch look like Samoa. She's Samoa Asian. This bitch could be Samoan, Asian, or black. Pick one.
Another one of her sons to see the video of this beating on social media. That's when she knew a fun night out for her sons took a wrong turn.
They could have lost their life, and I thank God that they didn't. Yeah, they got out of it with bruises, scratches, whatever, but they didn't lose their life.
And all three of those young men are facing charges for resisting arrest as well as disorderly conduct, and they remain out of custody on $10,000 bonds each. Darcy.
That is Fox 13's Kayla Solomon reporting tonight. Thank you, Kayla.
Jeez. Oh, man. You ninjas. You goddamn ninjas. You motherfucking Negroes, man. I tell you, man. Fuck it, hey, man. What the fuck is this?
Tonight, a 15-year-old is dead after a shooting in Richmond's South Side. The gunman is still on the loose. Family members have identified the victim as Daquel Jones. Neighbors say the teen was riding a scooter on.
That nigga was about it. Look at that dead looking that nigga ass. That nigga got a dead look. He looked like he already dead. That nigga was about it, and rowdy.
Decatur Street when he was shot Sunday evening. Richmond reporter Madison McNamee has more.
I'm told the victim was really just doing what 15-year-olds should be doing, hanging out in the early evening hours with friends, riding a scooter when his life was taken from him.
He was small in stature. He was. But he had one of the biggest hearts in the world.
15-year-old Dakel Jones was shot and killed after 6 p.m. Sunday, steps away from his home and his church.
He was riding his scooter, and when he got to the corners of 11th and Decatur Street, someone decided that they had no respect for life.
Crime tape now sits in the grass, marking the scene the gunman abandoned while neighbors tried to help the young victim.
Did he have his struggles? We all have our struggles. We all fighting a battle.
I told you.
But he was fighting. He was trying.
Deacon Tyrone Edmonds had been mentoring Jones.
When he came in as a rough clay. He just had to be molded. The guy that he became now.
White guy walking his dog. You live in the neighborhood with these folks. Wait. That white guy has no clue. I'm sure he knows that the neighborhood's dangerous, but he doesn't know. Press 1. You know what I mean? He just like everything is kind of like, surface for him. It's like, yeah, it's dangerous. He don't know that it's a 15-year-old that got 2 mentors and he fighting demons to not be a thug degenerate. And he still ended up getting his ass killed.
Abandoned while neighbors tried to help the young victim.
Did he have his struggles? We all have our struggles. We all fighting a battle. But he was fighting. He was trying.
Deacon Tyrone Edmonds had been mentoring Jones.
When he came in as a rough clay. He just had to be molded. The guy that he became now, I'm pretty sure nobody will understand who he was then and who he is now. The guy now comes to church every Sunday.
A difference his neighbors had noticed.
That was my baby. Come and check on me, go to the store for me, I'm gonna miss him. He was a good person.
It's why this Southside neighborhood is anxious for solutions, especially as warmer months are approaching, a period where the city historically has seen a spike in crime among teens.
These kids are hurting. They're screaming. They're yelling out for attention. And all they need is somebody to just be there to love.
It's a cry for investment in the Office of Gun Violence Prevention, while Edmonds calls on others to help out too.
We can't leave kids out to figure it out by themselves.
And police are now asking anybody with surveillance video, ring camera footage to send it to them. I know we have at least seen 2 cameras out here so far. So please give that to them so they can try to piece together what exactly happened in this situation. On Decatur Street, Madison McNamee, 12 on your side.
Hey, thank
Jeez.
With breaking news.
That local breaking news is out of Petersburg, where a second person is charged in the shooting death of a little girl. That person is an 11-year-old boy.
This comes just hours after we confirmed the victim's mother was charged in that shooting. Sharice Hoffman here. Sharice, what a tragic update we have.
Absolutely, Franklin. Yeah, the mother of 6-year-old Kanaya Burford Atkins is free on bond tonight, and her charges basically accuse her of neglecting her children and not keeping a loaded gun away from them. But now, even more disturbing, an 11-year-old boy is charged with manslaughter. Kanaya Burford Atkins died from a gunshot wound earlier this month at an apartment on Navajo Court. Petersburg police have now charged an 11-year-old boy with manslaughter in her death. The girl's mother, Natalie Burford, is also facing charges, but hers involved leaving a loaded gun somewhere for a child to get hold of it.
They're alleging that she, in her conduct or in her lack of appropriate safety measures, seriously endangered the life or the
Okay, Captain Picard. Whatever you say, Captain Picard.
health of the children who were present in the household.
Burford is charged with recklessly leaving a loaded, unsecured firearm to endanger a child. She's also charged with 3 counts of child abuse and neglect. Court documents say each count is for a different child, ages 5, 6, and 11. Benjamin says those child abuse charges are felonies, much more serious.
Child abuse carries anywhere up to 10 years, and so that would be a potential 10-year sentence for each conviction of child abuse. You know, it's serious. And what you're seeing is the increased concern of both lawmakers and law enforcement officials for the safety of children.
Police haven't revealed what happened that night in March, nor have they confirmed who pulled the trigger. However, the manslaughter charge against the little boy is telling.
Whether the child was able to get a hold of a gun and shoot herself, or whether another child in the household got the gun and it went off, killing the young person. It doesn't matter. The fact in a case like this is that it happened and it never should have.
Kanaya's loss has impacted the community in a big way. They say she was kind, sweet, and caring, and always wanted to make people smile. Her funeral service will be held on Saturday. Benjamin says this is all about prevention, making sure it never gets to this point.
The takeaway is, especially if you're a gun owner, you've got to make sure your kid can't get a hold of that gun, period. No question. And if it happens, you're going to be charged.
Natalie Burford is due in court in June, and police have not confirmed the relationship between the 11-year-old and the victim. His court case is pending. Little Kanaya's funeral is on Saturday. In the First Alert Center, Sharice Hoffman, 12 on your side.
Wow. Yeah, man. Unbelievable, man.
Well, it was just after 1 a.m. on Tuesday when 2 suspects who remain at large opened fire at a bar and restaurant in Kew Gardens, Queens. Killed in the incident was 29-year-old Dimitri McKay Jr., who police sources say was not the intended target. His father tells us it's one of several reasons that the loss of his youngest child is nearly impossible to accept. 29-year-old Dimitri McKay Jr., an MTA bus driver, the youngest of 3 and a father himself, was killed early Tuesday morning at Hangar 11 Bar and Restaurant in Kew Gardens. His father, Dimitri Sr., sat down with us at the Queens Village Church where his son was once an usher.
His bedroom is 2 doors down from ours, and, you know, just to pass his bedroom.
The suspected shooters are still wanted by police, who provided the images on your screen in their search. But McKay Sr. says he holds no...
The nigga in the pink sweat, like, how many people got pink sweatshirts? Sweatsuits. You know what I mean? This nigga I love. People know who this is. They're not cooperating. People are not cooperating.
Anger towards them. Instead, forgiveness.
I feel bad for them, and I've been praying for them, and honestly, I forgive them because they look young. Even if they catch them, it's not going to bring my son back. It's not going to bring my son back. It's not going to bring my son back.
McKay Sr. says he was incarcerated early in life and has spent the rest of it working to build a foundation. His son and 2 daughters were raised in what he describes as a loving 2-parent household, grounded in faith. His son, he says, was likely killed by young men who never had that. Before our interview, McKay Sr. had mentioned a text that his son had sent him about a month before his death. We asked him if he wouldn't mind reading it to us.
Life is a beautiful thing that we were all blessed to experience. And I thank God for the ones put into my life. I got faith that there's another life after this one, and we'll rekindle with the ones we love and sought after. The beauty of life is the unknown, so we might as well enjoy what we have in front of us. Love you, Pop. and I'm here for you always. God bless.
That's
just so
crazy.
unbelievably sad. McKay
Wow.
Sr. says he last spoke with detectives working the case yesterday, who confirmed that they believe the shooting was gang-related. A celebration of life will take place on April 10th in that same church where McKay Sr. is a deacon.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sunny summer. Shout out to Lynn, man. Let's say Ock Chat and all Ock Nation members. Salute and take care. Yeah, I second that, man. Salute to all you guys, man. Great show. Coming back tomorrow night. Same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here. Subscribe.